Slow. Z.
Taylor now to throw on third down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. On first down, it's Taylor. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He hits Stewart in the flat. 10 more there and another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Taylor will throw again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Steps away. Room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A gain of 3, second down. On second down, Taylor.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up.
It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end.
And this results in 6. Touchdown. Tyrod Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Walsh adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Good list. Orange. Hey, slot. Good left.
On 2nd and 10, Smith going long here for Wallace. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The first NFL pick for Jair Alexander. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Stewart on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Slow.
Here's Taylor to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Antonio Morrison leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. They'll give it to him over the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Taylor Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to kick points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. Smith again. Open man left side is Wallace complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami 1st down. That one going for a gain of 11.
Orange. Grip Liz. Mike by 4. 52. 35. Hey, let's send the lead.
Smith on 1st down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32. Right, here we go. Shift.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on 1st. And Hill running right through. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Smith. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 67 yards.
Settle down, huh? Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Hauschka's kick is good. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He got 29 yards that time. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. Doug Baldwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Walsh. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Mike Wallace, 105 yards. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for 2, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Slow. Hey, check. Ready. Flag 32.
This is Stewart again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
From the gun on third down, it's Taylor. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and a first down conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Now Taylor to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Now Taylor forced out to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now a handoff. This is Stewart. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They hand off to the big tight end. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Tyrod Taylor taking it in. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. 15. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 15, yeah. Hey, back up.
On first down, Smith throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
A good pickup there, a 22. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, slot. Mike's by 4. Hey, back up.
From the red zone now, Smith dancing to his left. Austin's got it left side. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Let's go. 15.
Again, Smith. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. They'll let Charles try and get him in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jamal Charles, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And there he goes again. The 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT with what will be called a 107-yard return. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Again, open partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back up.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the rookie corner, Jair Alexander. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench.
And now it's blocked. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, back up. Let's go, 15.
Smith going to throw again. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go, 15. Hey, back up. Spot.
On first down, it's Smith. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern.
Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, back up. Well. Blitz. Slot.
After the interception, here's Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack
is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Wallace with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Right.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Caught by Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Let's go. 15. I got it. Hey, back up.
After the run, Smith going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wallace. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On 1st and 10, Smith. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Flushed out right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Buying time to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, on. Hey, come on, oh. 54. Hey, back up.
Out of the gun, Smith. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it off to Jamal Charles there. And it's 2nd down.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Hey, back up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got him in, complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Oh, Taylor going to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case,
and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Hey, back up. 15.
Smith on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Wallace, 58 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Now maybe a free play here for Smith. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So here comes Alex Smith as he'll lead his guys up to the line to go for 2. To throw is Smith. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Houston. Taylor going to throw it. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Steps away to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 3rd and short.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. 3rd and 2, now Taylor. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. 4th down, here's Taylor. Lets it fly for Thielen. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game, that punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
Well, as far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands,
guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's settle in. Come on, we good. Hey. Set. Right. Yellow. Look three. 15.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, back up. Regular.
2nd and 10, Smith again. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Back up. Let's go. 15.
To throw on 3rd down. Smith finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Right.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.